That, of course, here with Chief Fenner, and I'm gonna yield to him for details on this particular situation. I know I got a call, I guess maybe a couple of hours ago, in reference to an officer involved incident, and come to find out that this officer was responding to a disturbance call that they received, and while out there responding to this disturbance and talking to the suspect that was involved, he started shooting. And so I'll let Chief Fenner respond to that. This is an officer that's been with the police department for about 11 years on the promotional list. He appears to be in stable but critical condition, which is good, considering the initial reports that I received. But stable but critical. I've had an opportunity to talk to his wife, and she's holding up. They have 3 kids, and so I simply want people to continue to pray for this officer and his entire family. But at least from the report that I received 2 hours ago to where we are now, his situation has improved. So that's good news, but continue to pray for him. It's another indication this was a disturbance call. A lot of guns. There are a lot of guns on our streets. There are a lot of guns that people have in their possession, in their apartments. And this appears to be a situation where the officer was simply responding to a disturbance call, and then all of a sudden, this individual started shooting. So let me just yield there, but it is a reminder that our officers 24/7 put themselves on the front line in very dangerous conditions, and even when it appears that incidents are not what I call dangerous, they can turn into a dangerous situation on the drop of a dime. But continue to pray for this officer and continue to pray for his family. Chief.
Hey, thank you, Mayor, and thank you for being here in support of not only the family but our entire police department, and thanks to my leadership team and also our union president. But just before I go into any details, I want to say something about our Houston police officers and officers throughout the nation. They should be applauded and respected, and I know that we're living in a great city that does that, and we're very fortunate. But I want y'all to, everyone, prayers for him for a speedy recovery, and also prayers to his family. We will not be releasing names today. It probably will come tomorrow, and the mayor said he is an 11-year veteran, Kingwood Division, a proud father, a proud husband. The mayor said that we spoke with the wife. She's holding up good, but she needs prayer. Her entire family needs prayer. But this morning at 11:15 a.m., officers responded to a disturbance call at 200 North Pines. When officers arrived, they spoke to a female, and the female said that her and a male that lives at the apartment complex had a disturbance over a parking space. At some point, she alleges that the male spat in her face. When the officers got that information, they went to the male's apartment to get some information from him, try to establish some identity, and get a statement from him. At some point, when they were in the door talking, the male immediately comes out and starts firing upon one of our officers. He fired multiple times. He was struck at least twice in the arm, I think in the abdomen, and I think the vest protected that. So we're going to send up some thanks to everyone, and especially God, that he's in stable but still serious critical condition. But it just goes to show you it's a dangerous place. He did have a backup officer there, and this is preliminary, and things change. I'm just trying to be as transparent as I can, but understand I hadn't looked at the body-worn camera, and I'll get a chance to do that. But what I'm being told is once he fired upon the officer, the other officer immediately engaged with his hands and took custody of the suspect. So our officers did not fire. They didn't have the time to fire. And sometimes, and I know this question is going to come up, let me clear it up right now. Hand to hand and in battle, when you're close in, sometimes you don't even have a chance to draw a weapon, and you have to go hands-on. and I won't speculate because I want to see it, but something that may have had happened, okay? But the investigation will be headed up by our special investigative unit out of homicide. The incident did occur within the city of Houston, Kingwood, but in Montgomery County. So we will be coordinating with the district attorney's office of Montgomery County. So again, let's just pray for the family, and we will release the names. The suspect is a white male, age 26. We will, once we get charges filed, we'll release that name as well. But we'll open up for questions.
Can you tell us if the suspect has a criminal history? Was he out on bond for anything else?
I don't know right now. We're looking into that. I don't know right now. I don't want to give any information out until it's confirmed. And we'll send that out to you guys later on. I don't think he was injured at all. I didn't any reports that he sustained any injuries.
Were they inside? Did they make it inside?
I don't. The way they described it to me, and again, it's preliminary, that they were in the door, in the entrance of the door. Anything else?
Yeah, talk about the kind of restraint it takes not to immediately open fire.
I don't want to speculate on that. I was just trying to, because people are going to ask that, just what you're asking right now. I'd rather look at the tape, but I'm going to tell you, I say it all the time. Regardless of what a few people think, our police officers don't show up to work and saying, you know what, I want to get in an officer-involved shooting. They don't, and it's a tough job, and my hat goes out to them, and I'm just asking everybody, just pray for them. Pray for our city, our citizens, our leadership, and definitely those men on the front line, men and women on the front line. And that goes for our HFD, all first responders. And I want to thank them for getting there and providing aid right away and getting them over here. And also this Kingwood Medical Facility. Thank them for what they're doing, okay? Go ahead, one more. I hadn't had a chance to look at the stats, but I'm at work in the morning, and that's one of the first things we do. You look at things over the weekend, so we'll send something out to you. I don't have that answer for you right now, but just looking and just reading some of the reports that come from our real-time crime center, it wasn't as bad as our Memorial Day weekend, so hands up for that, okay? All right, but we'll get back with you. Is that it? Thank y'all. Thank you, Mayor.